Ever wondered what chaos looks like with 6 kids playing in one room? Well, this is me, guys. I have 6 kids in a 2-bedroomed house, and yes, I've split them into 2 bedrooms and I sleep downstairs in the living room. They all play in this room because this is the room with the TV. The other room doesn't have a TV, so when I tell you there's just everything everywhere, it's a tornado of toys, clothes, teddies, you name it, it's there on the floor. Juggling the chaos of 6 little individuals is mind-blowing, guys, as you can imagine, as well as having to cater to their everyday needs, food, washing, everything. It's not always on the top of my to-do list is to clean their bedroom, but it depresses me going in their room, and I'm giving it a break and I'll clean it in the morning.
His father may have stepped out, but I'm gonna be the man who steps up.
Let the 75th Hunger Games begin.
Down the line, there's going to be an expectation, if you're in a relationship with a single mother, the single mother is going to expect the guy to provide, not just for you, but for the kid. And so that adds like sort of a double duty to provide for a child that's not yours. The issue with that, though, is there's all the responsibility, but none of the corresponding authority. So she might expect you to provide, but she might not allow you as the guy to have any authority over the child. To me, if you're going to be responsible providing for a child and you're going to step in as a stepfather, you aren't given authority over the kid. Like, most single moms are not going to like allow you to discipline their kid, but they will expect you to provide for their kid. So it's all the responsibility with none of the authority. And actually, there are some single mothers who have an expectation that the guy start providing instantly. For example, you hear these stories of women wanting men to pay for the babysitter like on the first date.
I could date even more freely now because I have it set up to where my son can talk to his father whenever he pleases. I've dated someone and he would be in the living room talking to his dad. That has nothing to do with what we're doing in this household. If I cook dinner and dinner's ready for my man, for his kids, for my son, tell your dad you'll call him later. His dad don't disrespect that. And if it comes down to your example, oh, what if you had a trip and da-da-da-da? Once again, I'm with a man that includes my son. My son is his son, just like his kids if he had any would be my children.
Let me ask you this. So you telling me y'all are co-parenting through a kid and you don't see nothing wrong with that? You guys communicate through the kid. Don't you think that's unfair to the kid to have to relay messages from mom and dad? You don't think that's going to affect the kid in the long run?
Healthy co-parenting shouldn't and this is, I just hate this for a lot of people. I came from a toxic co-parenting family. So like what I didn't like was that they couldn't communicate, right? They couldn't just simply just tell him about my events at school, or just tell her that you're trying to do this, and like to not just put it all out there. Because if that's the only time you could get him, then let's set that up. We're organized to where I don't got to text you every day and say, hey, you getting him next weekend? We talking too much. We are not that no more. I don't owe you that no more. When I see you, it's like, hey, how you doing?
Okay. How you? Is it safe to say at some point of time, you're going to have to communicate with another man?
But that's what I said earlier. I said this. I said, it's as simple as you're picking him up Friday at what time so I can have his stuff ready. You could cordially talk to somebody about that.
This is the point you're missing.
What is the point?
A man gets her with no kids. He doesn't have to deal with that at all.
Katniss Everdeen, District 12.
This is my formal announcement that I am no longer on the market. It is not because I'm taken by any stretch of the imagination, but it's because I no longer want to be dealing with the men out here, because the conditions are horrific. They're catastrophic. They are cruel. They are treacherous. They are preposterous. If I had a bigger vocabulary, I could go on and on. I mean, fuck.
What about you?
Nobody needs me.
I do. I need you.
All of my single moms, I just need to know, are you guys okay? Like someone else's entire livelihood in your hands. I've been having some just really hard days. How are you guys keeping it together?
We have seen a lot of tears here tonight.
If the people that know me for sure,
yes, ma'am.
I don't need a man.
I do.
Okay, why do you feel you don't need a man?
Because I take care of everything myself.
Okay.
Everything. I'm a single mother. I've been a single mother.
Let her cook, please.
I've been a single mother since I was 18 years old. There you go. So, you know, I have a great job. I've been in banking since I was 18, so I know how to build myself.
Who impregnated you? Just for you to be a single mother? Oh, a man.
That
ugly mother. Hold on, sweetie. You got some beautiful lip gloss on your face right now. You know that? You know who made that shit? A man. You drive, guess who created that shit? A man. So either you're going to be not a mother, don't have a job, and not driving shit without a man, but you don't need a When I'm cooking, I'm cooking. I let you talk for 5 minutes, Queen. It's my turn. Thank you.
A man can impregnate me.
So quite frankly, you can't get pregnant without a man, so you wouldn't be a mother.
You don't know the situation.
You don't own your business. A man. Hold on. You don't own your business, so the man owns that, so you wouldn't be employed without the man. Hold on, Queen. And the fact of the matter is that the car you drive was created by a man. So don't give me that I don't need a man shit, because you would be walking without a baby with no job right now without a man. Free man.
I didn't say I don't need a man.
Yes, you did.
You did say that, man.
When you're a father that has custody of his children and you're getting child support from the mother.
And I know somebody would be like, girl, you and your 3 kids. But because I feel like, oh my God, this is gonna sound so ghetto. But I really feel like I'm the best baby mama to have, because I truly, when I move on, I just truly move on. I don't bother you, I don't call you, I don't be worried about what your girlfriend doing, I'll be none of that. We don't even need to meet. I arrange my nannies to like drop off the kids. So I say all that to say, like, when I have tried to do the stepmom thing, their baby mamas are just not ready to let go, and they will just drag it through the mud.
Any last advice?
Stay alive.
So from I became single and I've done the dating app thing, what is it with men who are nearly 40, right, and they're figuring out their dating style, or they're figuring out their dating goals? What do you mean? You should be figuring out your pension scheme because you're touching 40? You're literally nearly eligible for a bus pass, and you don't know what you want with your dating life. Do you want to die alone, or like what? Make it make sense.
Honestly, why does it matter what a man wants to do with his life when you was in your prime years doing whatever you wanted to do in your life? Practicing and learning to be a wife definitely wasn't one of those things. You chose to practice and learn to be a 304. It's quite convenient for you now to tell what a man should do and be in his 40s. What gets me, females always have the most to say when things aren't going their way. And when it is going their way, you can't say anything about it either. So all that talk about him being 40, about his pension plan, is because her dating life is going nowhere where she nearly planned for it to be. And she believed somehow a man at his 40s would be willing to fold and to be the man to save her from her own misery. See, if she was focused on being a wife in her prime years rather than becoming a single mom, yeah, I know there are many different ways single moms become single moms, but either way, was she focused on being a wife, a better woman? No. Or this wouldn't be her reality. She wouldn't be sitting here getting her panties in a twist over a 4-year-old man who just doesn't care about her or being in any form of relationship with her. You have better things to worry about. like how to live with your reality and how to make sure your child doesn't endure the same reality as you are. But what a surprise, she's still stuck on men who don't want her.
It's just me and my son. He absolutely will not be going with me on any dates. No babysitter, just can't go. It's just me and my son. When there's a ring on it, then he can meet you.
If you've been taken by the Capitol and hijacked, is this the way that he'd be treating you? You're punishing him for things that are out of his control.
It's just me and my son. Of course I expect you to be a father figure. We a package duo. It's just me and my son. I'm asking about relationship history, how you act when you get mad.
You're punishing him for things that are out of his control.
And why those relationships ended. We ain't doing toxicity over here. It's just me and my son. So of course I'm going to stay single until I meet a really good man. Ain't no 2, 3, 4, 5 baby daddies over here. Only took one for me to learn my lesson.
If I were to leave my husband, there are men lined up who were more than willing to take care of me and my daughter. But
are they the men that you want?
Yes.
Time out, because listen, this is what women get confused. There's a lot of fucking simps who will do it. Because they don't have many options. These are the guys that don't have an option, because listen, that's the problem with the game is women feel like because there's always men lined up, they get the fucking delusion that they can have any guy. No, when given the option, you're gonna pick the better option. A woman with a kid is never the better option between a woman without one. I don't care what a man told you, it's about what he showed you. You can sit here and say, he told me this guy told me he want to pay my bills, he told me he want me to have his kid. We're gonna tell you anything to get what we want. Right. So stop believing what he told you and start believing what he showed you. If he did not move you in and he's not paying your bills, who you dated doesn't matter. We will date you, yes. We will fuck around.
Where's my friend? I'm gonna go mad, I'm gonna go mad, I'm gonna go mad, I'm gonna go mad. Where's Sophie, please? Give my fuck. I'll fuck you up. What's your tag saying? I'll fuck you up. I think it came I'll fuck you up. Hey Sophie, I'll fuck her up. Sophie, I will fuck this bitch. What? Look, check your track, honey. That's what I do. Password on the end of my fucking track. What do you mean do it properly? Because your password, what do you mean getting it wrong, Carly? What do you mean do it properly? What do you mean do it properly? What do you mean do it properly? Can you stop, Carly? What do you mean do it properly? What do you mean do it properly? Carly!
I can't lie. Croydon is a mad place. Face side it. It's feeling kind of suspicious. What's going on?
Ja.
Is that a girl?
Ja, what?
That's my sister's boyfriend.
Click on
It's
it.
your boyfriend. It's right
Click on the number though. Let me
Wait, Josh your boyfriend?
Yes, that's my man.
He was riding me to see where she was. That's all. That's all.
What are they talking about? What are they talking about?
Click on the thing.
It's right here.
Get out of my phone. Like,
when you
can I get my phone back?
Why are you worried about seeing my man?
It don't matter.
Oh,
it don't
nah,
matter.
I know you ain't doing this with me.
It don't matter. It don't.
How old is you? You done already up a relationship with this daughter, and now you gonna try and your relationship with.
I don't give a about y'all. Just to be honest, it is what it is.
But you give a about Omar, because why the is he still on your phone?
Why the you give a about it that ain't even a blood? Like what?
I mean, if y'all could take care of your responsibilities and take care of your men, maybe I wouldn't have to do.
You have a responsibility.
My man is taken care of.
I mean,
always.
Obviously not.
What the y'all got going on? But nah.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
Okay, let's call him up.
Yeah.
Well, just to quickly summarize what happened, the single mom in the red is sleeping with both her daughters in the video's boyfriends. And I mean, this is what I was saying towards the end in the last reaction. These single moms are still fixated on being the young 3 or 4 that got them knocked up in the beginning. Are still fixated on being the young toxic female they were in the beginning of whatever relationship they were in, situationship, whoever it was that impregnated them. They're still trying to be who they were then. No matter what happened, it still happened. that left you here as a single mom. And somehow, single moms can never just let go of their past, which led them to failure. So much that they fail their own kids in so many different ways. This is just another and one of the ways that they do. What happens is, especially to the daughters, if the daughters don't want better for themselves enough to not want to be damned like their single moms, then they just repeat the same antics their mum did that had them all here in the first place. And single moms never just focus on prioritizing their children first. It's always about prioritizing their own selfish needs, which is why they're divorced, which is why they sleep with a deadbeat, which is why you try to trap that man, which is why you're baby mom number 3, which is why you keep your children away from the dad, which is why they're all in these different predicaments that leave them as single moms. They never want to make the right choices. Only choices that they find right is a choice that makes them feel right, not what is actually right. There's only a few single moms that truly do put their children first and do everything they can to not repeat or have their children repeat the same mistakes twice, whether it be their son or daughters. They make it their duty, as it is and always will be. But how many single moms can we really say that for in 2024 or in 2023 or in 2025? How many single moms can we really say in this modern day society with feminism stroking all their egos that they are going to prioritize their children first instead of prioritizing their selfish needs that put them in the failed state that they're in already?
So I've now been single for about 8 months, mentally probably a lot longer, but I don't know how to go about this. There's been a couple of people that I could have seen something blossoming with. One couldn't because he wanted kids and I didn't, and 2, there was an age thing. And what am I supposed to do? I have my kids 90% of the time, and what am I supposed to do? Meet somebody on a Friday and Saturday and be like, oh, see you in a couple of weeks' time? It just becomes a really, really difficult situation. And also, do I want to meet somebody that hasn't got kids and doesn't understand the kid situation, or somebody that has got kids, which then brings more kids into the factor, and now I have 3 and then there's more children? Like, help.
Why do women choose to be single mothers when evidence and testimony show how hard and stressful it can be?
The deal was that if I win the Hunger Games, I get to live the rest of my life in peace.
I think just like sometimes women, when they are in love, they have like, they are delusional and they have a lot of hope and they don't really
I think women are delusional without love, but carry on.
Some yeah, I can't lie, yeah, some yeah. But anyway, like you try, you know, the woman try to, you know, don't see the red flag, and then you get pregnant and you're like, everything's gonna be fine, and then he's gonna leave. You know, but every situation is different. You know, it depends. Some woman wants to be like single mother. They actually like, they don't care if the man is staying or you know, leaving. They just want to have the child.
Yeah.
They just need what the man gives to have a baby.
Yeah,
that's all.
Listen, this person is saying single mom with high standard. What do you mean? Who said like single moms cannot have high standards? Why? Society is really putting us down. But let me say this. If I had the audacity to quit that marriage, if I had the audacity to start life from scratch, if I had the audacity to plan my life by myself and figure out things by myself, then who are you to think that I should lower my standards? Second of all, I'm raising a girl who I should live by an example. Third of all, what are you doing here? Get lost.
Remember who the real enemy is.
Why did I have another child with a man that cheated on me and clearly didn't want to be with me and clearly didn't want to be married to me? Why did I do that to myself? I recently posted a video where I was showing side-by-side pictures of me pregnant back-to-back, and people asked me, like, after the first time, why would you go back a second time? And it's because I thought if I had another child with him, he would love me more.
I thought if I had another child with him, he would not want to be with his first baby mama, and that my ranking to him would go up. I was sadly mistaken because the cheating would continue, and it didn't matter if I had another child or not. The problem was I was me and I wasn't her. So you might ask yourself, why do you tell these stories on here? Why do you even tell people your business? Like, this is not meant to be on TikTok. I do it so someone else watching doesn't do it. Because if you think by having another child with that man or having 2 or 3, it's going to make you better than the first one because she only has 1, it's not going to change nothing. It's not. Because if a man wanted to love you the right way, he would. If he didn't want to cheat on you or he wanted to treat you the way he treats her, he would. So this goes back to if he wanted to, he would. So don't fall prey to these men that just will never give you the life that you deserve.
I have a question for moms who want to date, like single moms who want to date. How? Okay, now let me go into detail. I have a daughter who's about to be 10. She is extremely smart. Extremely smart. I can't FaceTime no one around her. I can't speak to no one around her. Stuff like I can't like be on the phone with the guy, you know, if I'm interested in getting to know him around her because she's extremely smart. Like, who is she talking to? You know, she's really smart. Also, she doesn't want me to date. She does not want me to date. She does not want me to date. I don't know how else to explain it. She says that she already like she hates the fact that she had to share her dad with someone, so she doesn't want to share me. Like, she draws a line there. And I know it's not her decision whether, you know, I date or not. Like, at the end of the day, it's my decision. But I also know that I care so much about her feelings. Like, what mom doesn't fucking care about their kid and their feelings and et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Another thing. They only go with their dad 2 times a month. That's it. 2 times a month. Let's say 4 days a month. I guess you could say 2 extra nights, but the next day I gotta go get them like right away. It's not like I could do a date night. The day when they leave late as fuck. So it's like rushing. No. So 4 days a month. And I've talked about this on here before, but I'm being like for real. I'm being dead ass. Like, I want to know how single moms do it. 4 days a month. And then I know single moms want their like me time when the kids are gone. When my kids are gone, I fucking love my me time. I love it so much. I want to chill. I'll order expensive ass steak for dinner and chill here at home, watch a movie and whatever the fuck. And I know someone's gonna say, well, you're buying food. You want to like just go out with the guy. That takes effort. That takes me getting ready, looking cute, holding a conversation at dinner. It doesn't, you know, it's not time for me to like relax, kick back, like no stress in the world. So then 4 days a month, and then those days I want to chill. So then that leads me to, okay, hiring help or asking, you know, my mom to babysit. I don't like to do it. She'll babysit. Yeah, I know she will. But I don't like to do it for a date. I feel guilty doing it for a date. I don't think I've ever asked her to watch my kids for a date. Like, I've asked her to watch them for, you know, it's someone's birthday, one of my friends' birthdays, and it's her dinner or something. Yeah. But like, for me to physically tell my kids, hey, you're going to go over there when this is their home and they love to be home because I'm going to go meet a man that I'm unsure is even going to make it past first date. So then does that mean I don't really want to date? Like, I don't know, my 2024 year, I want to date. I would like to date. 2023, I didn't date. There was no dating. My life was fucking no dating, no men. My life was only mom shit, which I don't regret. I fucking love. But like, I also like, I'm never going to meet someone if I don't go out. But I'm trying to like, you know, figure out how the fuck to go out. So then I'm like, all right, so then is that what I have to do? Like once every 2 weeks or something, leave with my mom and go on a date, and like, is that how you do it? And I'm not speaking to every baby dad, just the baby dads that have 2 weekends with their kids. I know y'all have every fucking day today. Aaron just fell off. What the fuck? So yeah, I'm trying to figure this shit out, because then I feel bad like when men are making effort actually make an effort. And they're like, oh, I'll take you on a date like tomorrow. And I'm like, sir, I have kids. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You know, like, I feel bad because, and I know the right man's gonna wait, or the right man's gonna, yeah, but also, like, I like to take other people's time into consideration. If you wanted to, he will. I know that. But also, like, if I wanted to, I would too. I don't know. I need some guidance when it comes to, like, for real, like, going out on a date. When you're a single mom, you have your kids most of the time.
I gotta laugh when I say this because, you know, the females get so mad. But we are in a fucking crisis, a pandemic with this single mother and shit. But it is a proven fact that single mother households produce the worst product.
Facts. That's
It's a
100% fact, yeah.
If you take 2-parent households, single father household, single mother household, statistically based on facts, the household with the woman heading it by herself produces the worst product. And for our people, for black people, for African American people, those single mother households are the reason why prisons are filled with a good majority of our
You are 100%
people,
right.
So these are facts. You sit this on the table. Here go the fact. And then you say, so y'all need to start valuing men being involved in the lives of your children. I can't make you be with your baby daddy, or we can't say that somebody has to stay with somebody, because we know that children are being born out of situations where the two people aren't healthy together.
Yeah.
But you having access to a man and a woman during your upbringing needs to be brought back.
And nothing's gonna change, but really your credit card's gonna be missing every day. Also, me and Mama. You know where we're gonna be? Sephora, Ulta, Target, the mall, everywhere. So I'm just taking all your money, and let me tell you, we're gonna have fun.
Thank you.
I'm your hostess, Remnant Princess. These are my last thoughts. Single moms today, they only care about one thing, and that's the most consistent thing we've seen, is themselves. And what happens is those same patterns, their same antics, flaws, behavior is only learned and taught to their children and repeated over and over again, whether it be a son or a daughter, which is why the stats prove it. Because single moms never choose to do better for their children. They choose to do better for themselves, which really isn't ever good for the child. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!